issue that I struggle with a lot. I have no idea. And it's like, can a Christian be racist? And I know racism might sound bad, but I feel like segregation of races, I have no problem with it. People feel that way, like Europeans, Africans, um, Asians. If there is this idea, like Aryan beauty, the Asian beauty, whatever it may be, I'm okay for it, right? This is why I feel like, as a Christian, that I always struggle with, because I am what you call someone who has very strong views when it comes to race. And I have all my life have this anti-black feeling towards black people. I have no idea why. And I feel like a lot of people do not understand that genetically, I do believe that there is this racism, or it's not racist, but I think there are races that, here's how I see it. I do believe that maybe there is something within our DNA that maybe look at, we know within our DNA that African people are cursed. They are part of the Hamitic, or part of Ham's children. And I don't say that in a negative way. I don't say it in a hateful way. I'm just saying it in a way of trying to understand, why is it like you think about it, right? If you go from Polynesians, you could go Asians, you could even say Europeans to Indians to Arabs. You could name a whole heap of races. And there is this feeling that all these races have towards black people. Is it racism? Or is it just within our genetics? Within within our genetics of being aware that we know that African people are cursed. And I know a lot of African people out there, African Americans, might get angry and think that what I'm saying is racist, but it's not. I'm just saying this and putting it out there because we have to understand that within the Bible, it really states that there was a race that was cursed. It just says it. And the how my disliking of black people and how it began, and why, if you look in a lot of my videos, why I keep bringing it up, and why it possessed me for a whole year, more than religion, right? Was because they keep giving misinformation. They keep bringing out these lies, trying to make out that Polynesians were originally black. And for me, that felt very offending because they have no idea of what admixture of Polynesians with African, or Polynesian with Fijian, or with European looks like. And you can't put Polynesians all in one group like you can do with African Americans and say this whole group is black, because a lot of Polynesians, and if you look at them, a lot of us, even myself, we got no Melanesian or African grandfather, great great grandfather, or grandmother. There's none. I can go back 400 years, and every single one of my relatives was maybe Irish descendant, whether they're Tongan or whether they're Samoan. That's it. And it's like this lie that black people make, not just about Polynesians, but they make it about just Hawaiians, Maoris. They make it about Chinese, Asians, um, Indians, every single race, even Egyptians, right? And they, and when they keep repeating this lie to themselves, and you can hear it in the comment section, that they think they are blessed, that God has blessed them, that they are the chosen ones, that everyone is jealous of them. That, for me, clearly states how cursed black people are. To really believe that and not look at their own situation and see how they are the most poorest people, how you could go all around the world and look at the third world nations and see how they still live in primitive conditions. That if you go to America and you try and find who are the poorest people there, you go to South America, you go to Jamaica, you go to England, and you always find black people are always down the bottom of the thing. And this is the thing that a lot of black people always miss out. That a lot of people do not discriminate against black people because of your IQ. They don't. They don't give a damn if you built the palace or if you gone to the moon. They do not care. People have to understand that this whole racism, the racism that you see today, where you go to soccer games and they make monkey noises towards black people, that the reason why a lot of people, and if you look at the evolutionary theory and how it all began, was due to your features, due to the color of your skin, your hair, and your features. And if you ever take time to study evolutionary or this whole idea of Africans coming out of Africa, you'll find something very that you do not realize what they believe in the beginning. This whole idea about black people building Egypt, those racist evolutionaries do not go against that thought. The thing that you have to understand if you understand the racist attitude of Europeans is they think that people who had the skull shape, who had the noses, who had the hair like them, not so much the skin color, they if they were like dark and black like Indians, they think that those people are the ones who built Egypt, and that somehow they went into Europe, they lost the skin color, they became lighter, they became blonde hair, and they became more evolved to the point when they went into Iceland or Sweden or wherever you call it, and that's where man is fully evolved. From man complete to the monkeys in West Africa. I can say a lot of things about the subject, but what I'm trying to say is this, is that segregation, love of one's race, these things, for me, I don't feel like those are bad things. Everyone should have pride in their culture and their race and their ethnic group. It doesn't matter who you are African or European or even me as a Samoan. But the one thing I do have a problem with, and one thing I never agree with, is that when your racism or your hatred ends up killing people, like your hate for this race is that much that you want that race to be dead. Once you get to that point of that you want to go and ethnic cleansing races, then I feel like you have taken your pride too far.